Sour cream blueberry muffins using pancake mix or baking mix, either one. Recipe is in the description below and on our website, livingonadime.com. Sour cream. And my sugar. Eggs. We are going to give you our Dining on a Dime cookbook ebook, volume number 1, free at livingonadime.com. Click on our shop, click on our ebooks, click on Dining on a Dime volume 1, add it to your cart. When you go to checkout, use the coupon code DINING1 and you will get our ebook absolutely free with no obligation and no strings attached. Visit us at livingonadime.com. And I'm going to mix this all up first. And then my blueberries. Then I am making the giant muffins, and I don't have any liners right now, so I am just going to grease them. So this makes 6 big or 12 small. Well, 12 to 18 small, just depends on how big you make your muffins. All right. Oops, I forgot. Little sprinkle of sugar on top. There, now we're gonna bake. There they are, all luscious. Now I gotta let these cool for just a minute. There you go. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Now if you need to run a knife around the center, you can, but oh yum. Yum yum. Mmm, that is good. Mmm, yum. I am making baking mix biscuits. This recipe is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2 on page 108, right there. This is an extra large batch, so if you don't have enough people to eat it all, oops, you can certainly cut this in half. I mean, and then just use an 8x8 pan if you want to cut it in half. These biscuits are so delicious. Then you can use club soda, or I'm using 7-Up for a sweeter biscuit, and I'm also using pancake mix for a sweeter biscuit instead of the baking mix. You can use either one. Get my biscuit dough all mixed in. Now you don't want to mix your biscuits to death, but at the same time, you do want it all together. So get that all, oops, get that all mixed in there. I love these biscuit cutters. You can get all the sizes you want. That's maybe a little too large, too thick. There we go. Then as my oven was melting, I put my butter in my pan, and you're just going to put all your biscuits in here. There we go. Now we're going to put this in the oven. The recipe is in the description below. All right, there is the biscuits. Oh, yum. Let me grab. Oh, it looks really delicious. Look at that fluff. Woo. Okay, these are sweet Popeyes biscuits.
Ooh.
This is a sweet variety with pancake mix instead of Bisquick. Is it delicious? A 4-ingredient recipe, just 4 ingredients.
Wow, this is yummy.
I keep my baking mix in a canister. Isn't this cute? It was only $2 at the thrift store. I just thought that was too darn tootin' cute to pass up. Put my baking mix in a canister. Why? Because then it's way easier to measure out. So I pour my baking mix in there if I'm buying it, and then I just keep a 1/2 cup or 1 cup measure scoop in there. Then I don't have to dirty another measuring scoop. I am making some apple cider muffins. I am taking my baking mix. Now, if you want to make homemade baking mix, we have this recipe in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 1, page 58. And this is the baking mix muffins that are on that same page. And then we have our sugar and our egg and our oil. Then to adapt this recipe, we're going to be using regular apple cider, or you can use apple juice if you want. So we're going to put our water in there. The recipe is in the description below, as always. And then I'm going to add my chopped apple. I also add cinnamon and cloves. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. And a titch of allspice in there. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to eat these. Okay, well, I can't eat these because I'm gluten-free, but I'm going to taste it anyway because actually this is one of my favorite recipes. Now, we have another recipe if you want to make this totally from scratch. If you want, you could also add walnuts or pecans into your apple cider muffins. My family doesn't like nuts, so we don't. Then I'm putting my muffin liners. Now guys, check garage sales. I got 1,000 of these for $1. I'm never gonna need muffin liners ever again in my entire life. So check garage sales for cooking items. This was a restaurant that was going out of business, so that was a darn tootin' good deal.
Darn tootin' good.
Darn tootin' good. Okay, now I like to spray my muffin liners. You don't have to. I just find that it seems to help a little bit. And then of course my handy dandy ice cream scoop, I always use it for making muffins. You're supposed to fill it about 2/3 full. I never do. Okay, now I have like 1 muffin's worth left. Where do I put it? Because I ain't baking a whole nother batch for 1 muffin. Okay, there we go. As you're cooking, get your stuff soaking so that you don't have hard crusted on food that takes forever to soak off. Just get it off right away. And it'll take literally 20 seconds versus, 5-10 minutes to soak it off later. All right, there we go. Okay, now you can see I slopped all over this, and I did not mean to, and this one is way too full. So I'm gonna move some of that over there. Okay, so clean up all your slops before, because then it's not as hard to clean up afterwards. And then one last touch that I do that is not in the recipe is I take cinnamon and sugar and I sprinkle it on top, and that gives it a nice crunchy top, which I think is everybody's favorite part. And we'll have Mike taste test and see, but I'm gonna tell you, these are so much better than those apple cider donuts you get. Sorry, we went back east and tried apple cider donuts and we were severely disappointed. These will not disappoint you. Okay. Now we're going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees. Another thing you can do with your apple muffins is, people don't realize this, but you could just put it in a loaf pan, just grease a loaf pan and just cook it for 30 to 40 minutes. You can put it in an 8-inch or 9-inch cake pan, round or square, for about 30 minutes. Also, then you have an apple cider loaf or an apple cider cake if you would prefer. Now, in our Dine on a Dime Cookbook Volume 1, we also have the recipe Apple Cinnamon Muffin Mix. So you can make this into a gift mix, or you can just make it totally from scratch if you want. And it uses apple juice and apple sauce, but you can just substitute the apple juice for apple cider and it would be just fine. All right, to test if my muffins are done, I'm putting a knife straight in the center and it comes out clean. Should we have Mike test? You want to taste test, dear?
Sure.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna have to let these cool for just a minute and then we'll taste test.
Those look yummy.
Muffins,
Yum.
the muffins.
Apple muffins, I'm sure. Oh man, they smell really good.
Are they delicious? Hopefully.
Mmm.
I hope so.
These are better than regular apple muffins. These are the apple cider ones?
Yeah.
Oh yum, they're delish.